be looking at plants, but we're going to be looking at something special about plants. Before I begin, I will introduce my lesson with a song.
How does a plant grow? How does a plant grow? Do you or I or anyone know how a plant grows? First you have a little seed. First you have a little seed. Little seed, little seed. First you have a little seed. Next the seed grows a root. Next the seed grows a root. Next a root. Next a root. First a seed and then a root. Next you have a seedling. Next a little seedling. First a seed, then a root. Now a little seedling. Next you have a full-grown plant. Stem and leaves a full-grown plant. First a seed, then a root, then a seedling, now a plant.
Now you all listen to that short song, right? Now, can anyone say for me what we'll be looking at today? Now, the song mentioned that we'll be looking at the root, the seed, the seedling, and a full-grown plant. And a full-grown plant. So, can anyone say for me what exactly is the topic for today? Tanisha. Okay, Tanisha said plants. Yes, we're looking at plants, but we're looking at something special about plants. Marcus, would you like to answer? Very good. Marcus is saying how plants grow. Okay. Now today we'll be looking at the life cycle of a plant. What we'll be looking at, class? Plant. Now, I'm sure you've all heard about the cycle of a plant before. Now, can anyone say for me what they think or what they know about the life cycle of a plant? Naziko. Naziko is saying the stages of which plant grow. Yes, Naziko is correct. To a point, who wants to help her out? Okay, let me have Christy. Okay, Christy is saying the same thing like Naziko, the stages of which plant grow before they become a big plant. Now, let me read what I have here. It says the life cycle of the plant is referred to the growth and development of a seed into a young plant or a seedling. Let me read it again. The life cycle of a plant is referred to the growth and development of a seed into a young plant or a seedling. Now, you need a seed. Okay, let me say this. A seed when developed, it becomes a plant. So the cycle of the plant begins with a seed when it grows and it develops into a young plant or a seedling. Alright. Now, there are four stages in the life cycle of a plant. How many stages? Correct. There are four stages in the life cycle of a plant. Now, can anyone say for me the first stage? Anita? Anita is saying C. No, Anita is very correct. Give yourself a clap. Good. The first stage of the life cycle of a plant begins with the seed. Because we say the seed is what grows and develops and becomes the plant. So the first stage is the seed. Now there's another stage, the second stage. The second stage in the life cycle is the sprout or the sprouting stage. What is it, class? Good. The sprout or the sprouting stage. And the third stage is known as the seedling. Everyone following? Okay. The fourth stage of the life cycle of a plant is where the plant matures or it becomes an adult plant. So let's now name the four stages. The first stage is the seed, the second stage is sprouting or the sprout, the third stage is seedling, and the fourth stage the adult or the mature plant. Now let me break it down for you as to what these stages are all about. I need everyone to be looking and paying attention. All right. Now for the first stage where we have the seed, it said the life cycle of a plant begins with the seed. Now that is very straightforward because we know the seed is where we have the plant. The plant comes from a seed. When it develops, we get a plant. Okay, when the seed is developed, we get a plant. The second stage is the sprout or the sprouting stage. And it says, this is where the root pushes their way through the seed coating and begins growing into the soil. Now the song mentioned that in the second stage, the seed develop their root. So when the roots develop, it's called the sprouting. The roots pushes their way through the seed coating. Look at here, this is a seed, right? This is a normal seed. And this is the first stage. Now look at the second stage where we have the sprouting. Now you see the seed is right here and it pushes, the root is now developed. So the root pushes its way through the seed coating. This is the seed coating here and the root pushes its way through the seed coating. Now for the third stage where we have the seedling, it says the seedling is a small fragile young plant when then poke its way out the ground and begins growing towards the sunlight. Now, it said the seedling pokes its way out of the ground and begins growing towards the sunlight. Now, we said for the second stage, the root pushes its way through the seed coating and enter the ground. Now, for the third stage, where we have the seedling pushes its way pushes its way towards the sunlight. Now, in the second stage, the root pushes downward, and in the third stage, the seedling pushes upwards towards the sunlight. Look at here. Okay. And for the fourth stage now, the fourth stage, it says this is where the plant mature becomes an adult, right? Good. And it says a mature plant has root, leaf, stem, and produces flowers and fruits to ensure that the life cycles continue. Now let me read it over again. It said a mature plant has root, leaf, and stem and produces flowers and fruit to ensure that the life cycle continues. Now this is the mature plant here. You see, it starts with the seed, then it grows sprouts. At the second stage, at the third stage, it becomes a seedling, and at the fourth stage, it is fully grown or it's fully mature. This is where it becomes an adult, and it produces fruit and flowers. Okay, good. Wants to know what is the seedling. She doesn't understand seedling that well. All right. Now we said that the seedling is a small, fragile young plant. When it pokes its way out the ground and begins to grow towards the sunlight. Now, the seedling here is a small, fragile young plant. It's not sturdy, nor is it strong or mature as the mature adult plant. It's very small. Okay. And when it pokes its way towards the sunlight. Remember we said that plants need air, water, and sunlight to grow. So the seedling pokes its way towards the sunlight. So now to answer your question, the seedling is a small, fragile young plant that pokes its way towards the sunlight in order to grow towards the sunlight. Okay, another question. Okay, what is a sprout? All right. It said a sprout is where the root pushes their way through the seed coating and begins growing into the soil. From these questions, I can understand that you guys aren't fully aware of the seedling and the sprout. Now, the sprout pushes the sprout. The sprout grows root towards grows root downward towards the ground. The soil means and it pushes its way out the seed coating. Now from the seed coating, the seedling is formed. The seedling then pushes its way towards the sun. So we still have the seed here producing roots and they later develop into the seed coating. Everyone understand? Okay. Now let's move into our activity. Okay, class. Now we're moving into our activities. Now you've all been placed into your various groups, right? What's up? So everybody knows which group they're in. Now for group A, you're going to list the first three stages of the life cycle of the plant. Remember I said now for group A, you will list for me the four stages, the first three stages, sorry, of the life cycle of the plant. Now we mentioned that there are four stages. There are the seed, the sprout, the seedling, and the mature plant. You're going to list the first three stages. Group B will match the stages to its respective picture here. You're going to match the stages to its respective picture. We have the seed, we have the mature plant, the seedling, and the sprouting stage. And Group C will draw for me the life cycle of a plant. Group C has drawn the life cycle of the plant. Okay. Now let's quickly recap about what today's class is all about. Now, today's class is about the life cycle of a plant. We said that the life cycle of a plant refers to the growth and the development of a seed into a young plant or a seedling. We say that there's four stages to the life cycle of a plant. The first stage is the seed, the second is sprouting, the third stage is seedling, and the fourth stage is mature or the adult plant. We explain the seed, the sprout, the seedling, and the mature plant. Now, thank you guys.